Rosemary Jo and welcome to SG News. From the brutal violence against a 31-year-old Christian convert by Iranian authorities for requesting medical care to the Little Sisters Disciples of the Lamb, the world's only contemplative religious institute that welcomes women with Down syndrome, we have many stories to cover. Amir Ali Minai, a 31-year-old Christian convert, was brutally beaten by Iranian authorities after requesting medical aid for a heart condition caused by severe torture during his arrest. Initially detained in December 2023 on charges of propaganda against regime for establishing a house church, he endured 66 days of harsh interrogation at Evin prison before being released on bail. After refusing to act as an informant on other Christians, Minai was rearrested, subjected to further abuse, and continues to be denied critical medical care despite the worsening of his condition.
A 31-year-old Christian convert, Amir Ali Minai, was brutally beaten by Iranian police authorities for requesting medical aid for his heart condition. Minai was initially arrested by security officials in December 2023 in Tehran. His heart condition was reportedly induced by the severe torture he endured during his arrest and a subsequent interrogation that lasted approximately 66 days. Minai was arrested on charges of engaging in propaganda activities against the regime through establishing a house church. He was detained for over 2 months at Evin prison, which is under the control of the Ministry of Intelligence. Following extensive interrogation that left him with a debilitating heart condition, he was released on a $10,000 bail. According to a report from Article 18, an anti-persecution watchdog, detainees in Iran are often compelled to accept temporary pardons or early release under the condition that they act as informants or collaborators. These released prisoners are expected to resume their daily lives while authorities covertly monitor their activities and gather intelligence on other Christians. Minai was rearrested after refusing to provide information on fellow Christians. Following his rearrest, he was subjected to harsher treatment and his repeated requests for medical care were denied. Article 18 reported that a prison guard named Mahdi Salimi struck Minai directly in the chest and heart area despite being aware of his medical condition. Despite the deterioration of his health, prison authorities continue to deny him access to medical assistance. Article 18 has called on Iranian authorities to hold the officer responsible for his actions and to ensure Minai receives proper medical care. The Iranian government has intensified its crackdown on Christian converts in recent months. Recently, 3 Christian converts, including a pregnant woman, were sentenced to over 40 years in prison for alleged propaganda activities against the regime.
Boxing champion George Foreman, also known as Big George, has passed away at 76, with his family sharing the news in an Instagram post. After retiring from boxing, Foreman made a significant impact as an ordained minister, founding the Church of the Lord Jesus Christ in Houston, Texas. There, he preached with the same passion and dedication that has once fueled his legendary boxing career.
George Foreman, the legendary boxing heavyweight and Olympic gold medalist, has passed away at the age of 76, as confirmed by his family in a heartfelt Instagram post. A devout preacher, a devoted husband, a loving father, and a proud grand and great-grandfather, he lived a life marked by unwavering faith, humility, and purpose his family shared. Known as Big George in the ring, Foreman had one of the most remarkable careers in boxing history. He won an Olympic gold medal in 1968 and twice claimed the world heavyweight title, making history by becoming the oldest heavyweight champion at 45 years old when he reclaimed the belt in 1994, 21 years after he first won it. His first reign as champion ended in 1974 after a dramatic defeat to Muhammad Ali in the famed Rumble in Jungle. After his initial retirement from the sport, Foreman took a 10-year hiatus, during which he experienced a life-changing religious awakening. Upon returning to the ring in early 1990s, he achieved what many thought impossible, knocking out Michael Moorer in 1994 to reclaim the heavyweight title at the age of 45, stunning the world and cementing his legacy as one of the boxing greats. Foreman made significant impact as an ordained minister after his retirement. He founded the Church of Lord Jesus Christ in Houston, Texas, where he preached with the same passion and determination that had once driven his boxing boxing career. Foreman's religious journey began humbly on the street corners with friends and over time grew into a community of believers. His personal life was marked by devotion to his family, and he has been married 5 times, fathering 12 children. In an interview with the BBC, Foreman reflected on his loss to LA, calling it the best thing that ever happened to him, as it led him to find a deeper sense of purpose and ultimately brought him to preaching. A champion in ring and a powerful advocate for Christianity, George Foreman will be remembered not only for his legendary boxing career but also for his unwavering faith and love he had for his family and God.
On March 20, US President Donald Trump signed an executive order to begin dismantling the Department of Education. At the signing ceremony, Trump criticized the department's rising costs, noting that while its budget has more than doubled in recent years, national test scores have not improved. If Congress approves the order, the department will officially shut down after more than 4 decades since its formation in 1979.
Donald Trump signed an executive order on March 20th to start dismantling the Department of Education. At a signing ceremony at the White House, Trump said that the department's budget had more than doubled in recent years, but national test scores had not improved. The executive order stated that the closure of the Department of Education would drastically improve program implementation in higher education. The executive order instructed the U.S. Education Secretary Linda McMahon to start dismantling the Department of Education. Refuting accusations by the Democrats that the order could jeopardize education in the U.S., McMahon stated that Trump's goal was to improve education and get dollars back to the states without the bureaucracy of Washington. Nearly 2,100 people in the Education Department have already been placed on leave from March 21st. Trump stated that his administration would take all lawful steps to shut down the department as quickly as possible. However, the White House said that the Title I program that provides funding to high-poverty K-12 schools, the IDEA program that helps cover the education costs for students with disabilities, and the federal student loan program would not be affected by the order. The Department of Education was created in 1979 by Congress at the urging of President Jimmy Carter. Soon afterward, Ronald Reagan described it as a new bureaucratic boondoggle that allowed Washington, rather than local needs and preferences, to determine how American children were to be educated. The department's formal shutdown would only come into force with the approval of Congress and will likely face many legal challenges.
UNESCO has recognized the baptism site of Jesus as the best heritage site of 2025. Traditionally regarded as the location where John the Baptist baptized Jesus Christ, according to a statement from the Jordan Tourism Board, the award highlights heritage sites for their outstanding efforts in preserving history, improving visitor accessibility, and promoting sustainable tourism.
The baptism site of Jesus at Jordan has been awarded UNESCO's World Heritage Site at the 2025 Just Acta Award for Archaeological and Cultural Tourism. Situated on the eastern banks of the Jordan River in the biblical site of Bethany beyond the river, the baptism site has been traditionally acknowledged as a location where John the Baptist baptized Jesus Christ. It has remained a significant destination for both pilgrims and cultural tourists, attracting visitors from across the globe. In a statement, the Jordan Tourism Board reveals that this prestigious award recognizes heritage sites for their exceptional efforts in preserving history, enhancing visitor accessibility, and promoting sustainable tourism. The award was presented in late February during a ceremony in Florence, Italy, as part of an international exhibition focused on archaeological and cultural tourism. According to the Jordan's Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, Lina Anab, the baptism site is considered as a place of historical and spiritual value, highlighting its role in fostering peace, coexistence, and cultural diversity on a global scale. She emphasized that this award strengthens Jordan's mission to safeguard and share its religious and cultural heritage. It's also an open invitation for pilgrims and cultural tourists to visit the kingdom and connect with the sacred part of the Holy Land. Jordan's Tourism Board's commitment in protecting the baptism site and ensuring that its historical and spiritual significance remains intact is commendable.
On March 9th, the Pakistani Catholic community celebrated a spiritually enriching occasion as 180 individuals received the sacrament of confirmation at St. John Mary Vianney Catholic Church in Peshawar. The event was organized by Father Tariq Mahmood, the parish priest, alongside the parish's pastoral team.
The Catholic community in Pakistan experienced a blissful and faith-filled celebration on Sunday, March 9, 2025, as 180 faithful received the sacrament of confirmation at St. John Mary Vianney's Catholic Church in Peshawar. The momentous occasion was presided over by His Grace Archbishop Dr. Joseph Arshad, Bishop of Islamabad Rawalpindi Diocese. The event was organized by Father Tariq Mahmood, parish priest of St. John Mary Vianney Catholic Church, along with the parish's pastoral team. During the Holy Mass, His Grace delivered a heartfelt homily, highlighting the profound significance of the sacrament of confirmation. Following this, he administered the sacrament to the candidates, empowering them on their continued faith journey. The celebration began with a warm welcome for Archbishop Joseph Arshad, extended by the faithful, priests, religious sisters, and school principals at the parish house and church gate. In 2023, over 300 individuals received the sacrament of confirmation across various archdioceses in Pakistan, as reported by Catholics in Pakistan website. This reflects the unwavering faith and dedication of the Christian community, who continue to follow the teachings of Lord Jesus Christ despite the challenges they face. Their steadfast commitment serves as a powerful testament to their spiritual conviction and the enduring strength of their faith.
The United Nations has declared March 21st as World Down Syndrome Day, a day dedicated to raising awareness about this genetic condition. In a world that is often unwelcoming to those who look or behave differently, a priory in a small town in Central France stands as a powerful counter-witness. It is home to the only contemplative women's community in the world that welcomes women with Down syndrome. Let's take a glimpse into their quiet, holy life in Les Blancs.
Atop a quiet hill in the small town of Les Blancs in central France stands a beautiful priory. In the priory's quietude, surrounded by centuries-old trees and small woods, resides a group of women remarkable for their courage, resolve, and deep, ardent love for Jesus. This is the priory of the Little Sisters, Disciples of the Lamb, the only contemplative religious institute in the world that admits women with Down syndrome. In 1985, Providence brought together Line Rondelot and Veronique Labrion, two young women who were dissimilar in all respects except for their love of Jesus. Veronique, a young woman with Down syndrome, had knocked on the doors of several religious communities only to be met with rejection. Line, who felt called to serve Jesus by working with children, recognized in Veronique a vocation to religious life. Together, they moved into an apartment in Bruxelles to begin their community. In 1990, another girl with Down syndrome joined them. That same year, Archbishop Jean Honoré of Tours recognized the group as a public association for the Christian faithful. The fortitude of the small community of women and their faithfulness to their divine spouse was duly rewarded. The community soon outgrew their council house in Bruxelles. In 1995, they uprooted their lives and moved to Les Blancs, where the priory now stands. They were joyfully welcomed by Archbishop Pierre Plateau of Bourges, who elevated the Little Sisters to the status of a contemplative religious institute in 1999. This recognition obtained definitive status in 2011. During the formative years of this religious institute, the sisters received considerable support from Venerable Jérôme Lejeune, the French geneticist who discovered the cause of Down syndrome. His advocacy for those with Down syndrome and his belief in the inherent value of life provided the necessary impetus for the recognition of this community. He also played a major role in shaping the community's mission and enhancing the lives of its members. Today, Line Rondelot is Mother Prioress Line, the spiritual mother of 9 other sisters, 8 of whom have Down syndrome. They live a quiet life following the rule of Saint Benedict and emulating the example of Saint Therese of Lisieux. Explaining their way of life, their website states, "We follow the path of Therese. Major actions are beyond our realm. Our life is very simple and without a doubt similar to the secret life of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph." The sisters have designed a life centered around prayer and work, following the Benedictine rule of ora et labora. They pray the divine office, the rosary, partake in the Holy Mass, and spend time in Eucharistic adoration. The contemplative life allows them to structure their days according to a rhythm that best suits them. The sisters also engage in gardening and handicrafts. Depending on their aptitude and ability, they practice weaving, pottery, and other forms of handiwork. Their products made from Damascus roses are particularly well liked. The sisters are sustained through the sale of these handmade goods and the kindness of benefactors. The Little Sisters, disciples of the Lamb, defy the prevalent narrative that those with disabilities are less valuable than others. Through their vocation, characterized by holy silence, earnest love, and truthful labor, they respond to the world's challenges and humbly await the joy of heaven.
That's all for today. Until we meet again, God bless and thank you.